Roy, are you sleepwalking again? That was underneath the table.
We have Freddie to thank for that particular misdemeanour.
Freddie's wearing slippers now.
He has a penchant for chewing mine. He must have brought it down while my back was turned up. Apologies.
It's not my slippers he's chewing. Right, can you settle up for the coffee?
On the house, on account of the slipper.
Come off.
I insist.
OK, thanks then.
How are you, by the way? You're looking a little preoccupied.
Oh, yeah, I'm OK. We just got Lou coming over, you know, Rufus's widow. She's coming over to talk about the order we're finishing for her and to collect some of the money we owe her for Rufus's watch.
Have you still got much to pay back?
Only most of it. Peter's doing double shifts, and I'm just worried he's going to fall asleep at the wheel at this rate.
Oh, well, that would be highly inadvisable.
Anyway, hopefully we can pay it all off soon and everything will go back to normal. Not that I can remember what that is. Right, I better go. Tell Freddie he's got disgusting taste in slippers. Oh, Stephen.
Yeah?
You heard from Angelique about the nipper-snapper deal?
Oh, did I not say? I spoke to her earlier. We're meeting next week to dot the I's. It shouldn't take too much longer after that.
Oh.
What's this?
Well, Stephen's meeting Angelique next week about the deal to close it.
Oh, next week. That's great. I'll come with you.
Oh, well, if it's all the same, I'd prefer to meet her alone.
Why?
Well, I don't want to go in all mob-handed, make her defensive. She'll respond better one-to-one, if you're happy with that.
Listen, you can walk in there with tassels on your nipples for all I care, as long as you get us what we want.
Bear that in mind. Listen, I got to shoot out for an hour or two, something personal. I'll see you both later.
Can't believe you trust him to do the deal on his own.
What? Why do you not trust him?
I'm just saying, I'm going through a divorce. I need the money.
Oh, relax. If there's one thing he is good at, it's signing off deals, isn't it? So.
Do you know, actually, I need to nip out too.
Excuse me, am I the only one in here that puts a full day in?
Sorry, I won't be long.
Listen, I know it's not everything, but we're about to sign a major deal, and so hopefully when that goes through, you can have the best.
All right, well, better late than never, I guess.
How's it all going, anyway? Any of those suggestions I gave you any use?
To be fair, yeah, they were. Still pretty stressful, mind. Beginning to see why Rufus was so into those drugs he took.
Yeah, was he a big user?
No. He'd never do loads at a time. He'd microdose, a little bit every day to keep him topped up.
Did you never get tempted to go?
No, thanks. I did try it, but it weirded me out too much.
Really? What, like a bad trip or something?
Yeah, exactly. Everything got crazy intense, like the colours are way more vibrant than they should be. And don't even get me started on the paranoia. By the end, I thought I was having some sort of mental breakdown.
Exactly the person I wanted to see. Would you be interested in trying these new fair trade coffee beans? The feedback thus far has been excellent, mostly.
Yes, fine. First, though, I want you to tell me if I'm being an idiot, right? So I was talking to that Lou earlier, okay? And she was telling me how she tried LSD and it got me to thinking.
About taking something?
No, Roy, no. Quite the opposite. No, she was saying that when she tried it, she started to kind of have these weird trips, hallucinating but feeling paranoid.
Well, wouldn't that be as expected?
Yes, because it was what she was describing. She said that everything got really intense and she was seeing these crazy bright colours everywhere and... Roy, that's exactly what I had when I thought I was having a psychotic episode.
I still don't follow your point.
And what if I wasn't having a psychotic episode? What if somebody had drugged me with LSD? I'm not pointing the finger at you, Roy, or Peter, or any of my mates. Stop looking at me like I've got two heads, will you?
Apologies, but it does feel like something of a leap.
What, that I might have been spiked?
Well, I realise it goes on, tragically. Nightclubs, so forth.
But not in respectable offices. Not by people in business suits.
Admittedly, some of the biggest crooks in the country go to work in a suit.
But not with LSD.
I'm really not an expert.
Well, I'm hardly Pablo Escobar, am I? But listen, when Lou was talking about it, how Rufus was microdosing, and the reason she stopped doing it with him was because she had the overwhelming feeling of paranoia. Look, I found this. It says, look, colours, sounds, objects, even time can seem very strange and disturbing. Taking LSD can make you feel euphoric as well as loads of other positives.
What is this site?
It's a charity. They do advice on street drugs. They're really novel stuff. Look, it can also make you see and hear things that aren't there. Confused, suspicious, anxious, panicked, frightened, overwhelmed. Boy, I was all those things.
You were all those things during your first psychotic breakdown.
This feeling was different. I've told you that before. Plus, this used to come and go. The psychosis didn't. You think I'm making this up?
I didn't say that.
What, am I tripping now, am I?
I am not dismissing you. Look at the evidence.
Okay, yeah, let's. Sarah, ambitious as hell. Stephen, I mean, he's all smiles, but he wants my head on a plate. That's clear. And Rufus was a snake.
Speaking ill of the dead.
Well, ask his widow. She knows. He'd be the first to cut your throat. And he wanted Nippersnapper, and I was the one standing in his way.
You had rivals. Agreed. But that doesn't prove that anyone deliberately set out to damage your mental well.
I should have known better than to speak to Pollyanna. You know, Roy, you can have too much faith in people because some people are sharks. I know what I know.
Hey, Roy.
I'm sorry, is this a bad time to call?
No. Just drowsing on the settee between shifts. What's up? Don't tell me. Carla's turned her phone off again.
No, it's you I want to speak to, actually. Yeah, it's a delicate matter, really.
Sounds ominous.
I don't like to break a confidence, but if you think that somebody is a danger to themselves or to others, then they do say.
Just cut to the chase, Roy. You're making me nervous.
I'm worried about Carla.